Hare Krishna. Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Utta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Narita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Om Hagyanatamrandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namaham Vishnupadaya Gauna Prishtaya Bhutare Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Vanayati Namine Vandeham Bhakti Chakoram Puranga Nija Preshtitam Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Samivanam Namastubhyam Shri Radha Eka Nishtitam Dasayana Katamritam Sankirtanam Anandaram Goswami Varam Namaha Shamranim Mattanam Vande Agnopi Adanugrahat Tagarat Bhavasagaracha Labetcha Krishna Premadanam Shri Krishna Nupaya Vaidikikana Visheshagnaya Namamyaham Pujam Shamranim Swapanikaraya Namaham Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Sriman Bhaktivedanta Narayanati Namine Shri Krishna Linakatane Sudaksham Uddariya Madhurya Guneshta Yuktam Puranvaranyam Purushan Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirasa Namami Namaham Vishnupadaya Kesha Prishtaya Bhutare Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Vamaniti Namine Goda Bhava Mayo Deha Vijvaranasta Bhavaka Bhaktivedanta Vamano Vidang Bhakti Pravartaka Guru Damni Chanse Vasu Vaishnave Sarvadamati Grante Bhagavate Sakshat Goswami Vedante Rati Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutare Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vishatya Deshatarine Namaham Vishnupadaya Acharya Simha Rupine Shishiman Bhakti Pragyan Keshavayati Namine Atimarcha Charitraya Swashitanam Chapaline Jivaduke Siddhartaya Shinama Premadayane Gaurashraya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamaika Charine Rupanuga Privadaya Vinodeti Swarupine Prabhupadantarangaya Sarva Sadguna Shaline Mayavada Kamoganaya Vedantartavade Namaha Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutane Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Vaishabhanavi Devi Dayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vigyana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurajvana Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vignahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shrimurte Dinatadine Rupanuga Varuda Pasidhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaurakishoraya Sakshan Vedagya Murtaye Vipranambara Sambhude Padambuchayate Namaha Namo Bhaktivedanta Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Vedayate Gauravir Bhava Bhume Svam Nirjesta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatanubhyascha Kripasanubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shidhara Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Iradhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Surator Pangur Mama Mandamate Gati Matsarvasva Parambojo Shirada Madana Mohano Divya Brindaranya Kapadrumada Shrimad Nagara Simhastanashto Shri Shri Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshtali Bi Sevamano Smarami Shri Marasara Saramvi Vamshi Vatata Tashtitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinatta Shri Estuna Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatya Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktanupasarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasani Gona Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, for anybody online, page 23. Krishna hoite chatur mukha hoya Krishna sevan mukha Brahma hoite narandera mohati Narada hoite vyasa Madhvaka vyasa dasa Purna pragna padmana bhagavati Nrihari madhava vamshe akshobhya paramahamse Shishapuri yangi karakohore Akshobhya shesha jaya Tirtaname parichaya Taradase Gyana Sindhu Dore Tahuete Doya Nidhi Taradasya Virya Nidhi Rajendra Hoiro Tahoite Tahara Kinkara Jaya Damaname Parichaya Parampara Jana Paramohate Jayandama Dasya Kyati Shri Purushottam Ajati Tahuite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri Vyasa Tirtha Tara Dasa Lakshmi Pati Vyasa Dasa Tahuite Maravendra Puri Maravendra Puri Vara Shisha Vara Shri Yeshvara Nityananda Shri Advaita Vibhu Ishvara Puri Kedanya Gauranya Shri Chaitanya Garaguru Gaura Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayanya Nubanuga Janera Jivana Vishwambara Priyankara Shri Swarupa Damodara Shikaswami Rupa Sanatana Rupa Priya Mahajana Jiva Raghunatahana Tava Priya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Vara Narotama Seva Para Charapada Vishwanatha Ahasha Vishwanatha Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Tarapriya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vara Shri Gaura Kishora Vara Hari Bhajanete Jara Mohoda Shri Vaishava Navi Vara Sada Sevya Seva Pada Tahara Daita Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Gauriya Vedanta Veta Maya Varo Tamohanta Gauravani Prachara Chadama Pracharino Gauravani Bhakti Vedanta Swami Purnino Prabhupada Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamanashik Vamina Narayan Hana Trivikrama Narayan Hana Gauravani Tare Pranadahana He Sabahani Jana Gaurangera Nija Jana Tarada Chiste Morakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara. Page 36. Vrindavana Vashi Jato Vaishnavera Gana Pratame Vandana Kori Sabara Charana Nilachara Vasi Yato Mahaprabhu Gana Bhumite Podiya Vando Sabara Charana Navadvipavasi Jato Mahaprabhu Bhakta Sabara Charana Vando Hoyanurakta Mahaprabhu Bhakta Yato Gaurandeshe Stiti Sabara Charana Vando Gaudiya Pranati Jedeshe Baise Gaurangera Gana Urvabahu Gauri Vando Sabara Charana Hoyachena Hoy Bena Prabhuyato Dasa Sabara Charana Vando Dante Korigasa Brahmandato Dite Shakti Dare Jane Jane Eveda Purane Guna Gaya Jebashune Mahaprabhu Gana Sabapati Tapavana Taido Bimui Papilo Inusharana Vandana Korite Mui Kato Shakti Dori Tamo Buddhi Doshe Mui Damba Matra Kori Tatapi Mukera Bhagya Manera Urasa Dokshakshami Moandami Koro Nijandasa Sava Vancha Siddhi Hoy Yama Banda Chute Jagate Durlabha Hoy Prem Dana Lute Manera Vasana Puna Hachirate Hoya Devaki Nandana Dasa Edo Bhekoya Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Page 200. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Vande Rupa Sanatana Bhattara Gunata Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasara Gunata Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivedaya Kori Swaparshada Sviya Dhamma Sahavatori Atyanta Dundaba Prema Gauri Baridana Shikaya Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana Danya Atmani Vedana Goptripvevadana Avasharakshipe Krishna Vishvasapalana Bhakti Anukula Matra Kayera Svikara Bhakti Pratikura Bhava Vajanangikara Sharanga Sharanagati Hoi Bejahara Tahara Pratana Shune Shinanda Kumara Rupasanatana Pade Dante Trinakori Bhakti Vinora Pade Duparadori Kandiya Kandiya Bode Hamito Dhamma Shikaye Sharanagati Karohe Utama Jayo Swaparshada Jayo Gaurahari Swaparshada Jaya Gaurahari Jayo Swaparshada Jayo Gaurahari Swaparshada Jaya Gaurahari. You want to lead any? Okay, page 63, I think. 58. I don't think this is a morning tune I'm going to sing it in, but been learning this one. Nitai pada kamalam Koti Chandra Sushitala. You want to just do it together? You want to do that? Jai Chaya Jagata Juda Henonita Bine Bai Radha Krishna Paitena Drira Kori Daronita Pai Se Sambandha Nahi Jara Brita Janma Gero Tada Se Pashu Padoduracha Nitana Boniro Muke Majelo Samsara Suke Vijakure Kikori Beta Ahankare Mata Hoya Nitai Pada Patariya Satyere Satya Korimani Nitaya Karuna Hoibe Vraja Krishna Radha Pabe Daronita Charana Dukani Nitaya Charana Satya Tahara Sevaka Nitya Nitai Pada sadakaro asha Narotama baraduki nitai more korosuki hirakuranga charanera pash rakuranga charanera pash Jayanita, 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 Jayanita. Jai. Sure. The lotus feet of Nitai are as cooling as millions of moons. Their shade gives solace to the entire universe. Without a personality such as Nitai, O brother, it is not possible to attain Radha and Krishna, so firmly take hold of his feet. If someone does not establish a relationship with Nityananda Prabhu, his human birth is wasted. Such an animalistic person is very wicked. Not uttering the name of Nitai with his lips, he drowns himself in the so-called happiness of the material world. What then can his education and pedigree do for him? Maddened by false pride, forgetting Nitai's lotus feet, one considers illusion to be truth. If Nitai is merciful, one can attain Radha, Krishna, and Braj. So firmly take hold of Nitai's two lotus feet. The lotus feet of Nitai are eternal truth, and his servitors are eternally liberated. Always aspire to attain the lotus feet of Nitai. Narottam is very unhappy. O Nitai, please make me happy by keeping me close to the reddish soles of your feet. I would really like to do a Gaur Bhajan. Could I do it and then you guys do the others? Jay, thanks. Page 83? Yes. Whoa. I don't know if I really know any Radha Krishna ones properly. Let's see, I haven't played this one with a mridanga before, so let's see how it goes. This one, do you want to do call and response or do all together? Gaura Pahun Nabaji Amainu Gaura Pahun Nabaji Amainu Premaratana Dana Elaya Harainu Premaratana Dana Elaya Harainu Adane Jatana Kori Danete Aginu Adane Yatana Kori Danate Aginu Apana Karama Doshe Apani Dubinu Apana Karama Doshe Apani Dubinu Gaura Pahun Nabaji Amainu Gaura Pahun Nabaji Amainu Satsanga Chadikanu Asate Vilas Satsanga Chadikanu Asate Vilas Tekarane Lagiro Ye Kamabanda Pas Tekanane Lagiro Ye Kamabanda Pas Vishaya Vishama Visha Satata Kainu Vishaya Vishama Visha Satata Kainu Gora Kirtana Rase Magana Nahoinu Gora Kirtana Rase Magana Nahoinu Kenova Che Prana Kisuka Paya Kenova Chaye Prana Kisuka Paya Narottama Dasa Kena Nagena Maraya Narottama Dasa Kena Nagena Maraya Gora Pahun Nabaji Amainu Gora Pahun Nabaji Amainu Premaratana Dana Elaya Harainu Premaratana Dana Elaya Harainu Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Godahari Sachinandan Jaya Godahari Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Godahari Sachinandan Jaya Godahari Jaya Kali Yuga Pavana Godahari Kali Baya Nashana Godahari Jaya Kali Yuga Pavana Godahari Kalibaya Nashana Godahari Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Goda Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Goda Hari Bol. By not worshipping my Lord Gaurasundar, I have invited death. And by neglecting the precious jewel of prema, I have lost it. Attending to worthless trifles, I have thrown away my real wealth. I have drowned myself in misdeeds. Forsaking the association of devotees, I have sported with non-devotees. For this reason, I am being choked by the snare of my actions. I have constantly drunk the deadly poison of material sense enjoyment, and thus I have not become absorbed in the nectarian mellows rus of Gaur Kirtan. For what happiness does this life continue? Why doesn't Narottam Das simply die? Okay. Yeah, I like that one. That one we just, yeah. Do you want to do Radha Krishna?
Real bhajan right there. Literally. Page. I lost it. $123.
Hey.
Oh wow, you do reverse harmonium. Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore Yuda Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore Jivane marane gati aranahi mori Jivane marane gati aranahi mora Kalindira kulekeli kadamberavana Kulekeli Kalindira kulekeli kadamberavana Ratana Vedira Upar Boshabodhujana Ratana Vedira Upar Boshabodhujana Shamagorahanga Chua Chandanera Ganda Shamagori Ange Chua Chamara Dulabho Kabe Heribo Mugachanda Chamara Dulabho Deke Kachanda Gatia Malatira Dibodo Hagale Gatia Malatira Mala Dibado Hagale Gatia Malatira Mala Dibodo Hagale Gatia Malatira Mala Adhare Tulia Dibo Karpura Tambule Lalita Vishakadi Jato Sakhi Vrinda Vishaka Lalita Vishakadi Jato Sakhi Vrinda Agyaya Koribo Seva Charana Ravinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dhasaranudasa Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dhasaranudasa Shiva Bhilasha Kare Narotama Dasa Seva Bhilasha Kore Narotama Dasa Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Kishora Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Jivane marane ghati aranahi mora Jivane marane ghati aranahi mora Oh Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Krishna. Oh Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. The youthful divine couple Shri Shri Radha Krishna are my life and soul. In life and in death I have no shelter other than them. On the banks of the Kalindi, Yamuna River, in a Kadamba grove meant for amorous sporting, I will seat them both upon a jeweled throne. I will anoint their dark and golden limbs with sandal paste, scented with chuya, and then fan them with a chamar. Oh, when will I behold their moon-like faces? After stringing together garlands of malati flowers, I will place them around both their necks. I will place tambul flavored with camphor in their lotus mouths. On the order of Lalita, Vishaka, and the other Sakis, I will serve their lotus feet. Narottam Das, servant of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yearns for their service of the divine couple. Jayo.
Yeah, it's true. But, okay. Yeah. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Raman Bihari Radha Raman Bihari Radha Raman Bihari Shri Radhe. Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribol, 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 Nitai Gora Haribol. Gaur Premanande, Haribol. Who's giving class?
Okay, Hari Bol. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gauda Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Yam Pravijantam Anupetam Apeta Kritam Dvaipayano Viraka Tarua Juhava Pucheti Tanmayataya Tarabo Vinedus Tam Sarva Bhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshay Chiptascha Kamaditarangamadye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Vinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Tavaivasmi Najivami Tvaya Vina iti vigairade tam nayamam charantike. First of all, offering unlimited Dandavat pranams, the lotus feet of my worshipful Diksha Guru Devi Shrimati Shamrani Didi. Similarly, Dandavat pranams to my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, similar to my Param Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and to the entire Rupanuga Guru Varga and all assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. So she asked me to speak, really read from Srila Gurudev's book on Srila Trivikrama Maharaj. Today's his appearance day. Itila Pravishta Vishnu Parasta Sachi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. And so I'm actually really so grateful and happy to get a moment to glorify him. Everything I've ever heard about him is so amazing and special. He's very well known for his humility, super well known for his humility. I've heard stories about how he never let anyone do any service for him, like no his cloth, nothing, and he didn't want to take the position of acharya ever. And he's famous for saying this line that I want to be unseen, unknown, and unheard. You know, so he was just doing very serious deep bhajan, and his harikatha also was known to be very sharp. You know, a lot about like enjoying propensity, and so this is a nice book about some of his life. And also, there's one article at the end that's written by him that's really, really nice. And so hopefully we can read that. Yeah, it's kind of long, so I didn't know how much to read. But you want to hear about his early life, or more like relationship with his Gurudev? All. All right, let's just read it. Part 1. Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaja's life. Birth and childhood. And obviously, there's a picture of him there. Sometimes when you see him like in pictures, he looks like such a little boy. He's just Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj appeared in Gora, a small village situated 15 kilometers from Kalna, a subdivision of the Bardhamana district of West Bengal, India, in the year 1915. He appeared on the auspicious Dwadashi Titi that falls right before Moni Amavasya, the dark moon in the month of Magha. His father's name was Sri Ashutosh Kumar, and his mother's name was Srimati Satyani Devi. They named their child Radhanath Kumar. He was born in a well-to-do, noble Sadgopa community, which is a subdivision of the Yadava Vaishya Varna. He had 7 brothers and 4 sisters. In his childhood, he was very naughty, but very intelligent. He went to Balda High School, which was 3 kilometers from his village. He showed great interest in science and mathematics, but little interest in history. His childhood interests were chess, football, and music. Radhanath Kumar was very interested in playing games like chess and football. He was a fan of the legendary national level football player at the time, Umapati Kumar, popularly known as U Kumar, and used to play football with him from time to time. He also loved music and often played sitar. That's right, he was like a professional musician. Yeah. He played mridanga too. Yeah. One day, just before his final examinations, he was playing sitar at his friend's house when his father happened to pass by. Seeing his son playing sitar right before his final exam, he chastised him in front of his friends. But Radhanath Kumar pacified his father, convincing him that he would pass the final examinations without distinction. When the exam results came, his father saw his son had not only passed the final exam with extraordinary results, but had gained entrance into Calcutta University, and he became very happy. In this way, Radhanath Kumar was highly qualified in many areas. Vow of non-violence and showing care and affection to all living beings. In Bengal, catching fish, eating them, and cooking them is common. One day, Radhanath Kumar and his friends went to a pond to catch fish. Radhanath Kumar made a large, strong net. His friends used his net and caught a big fish, but it struggled hard to escape and after much effort managed to do so. The next day, Radhunath Kumar saw that very same fish floating dead in the pond. He came to know that it had died due to the injuries incurred in trying to escape the net he had made. That he had caused the fish so much suffering pained his heart, and on that very day he took a vow never to cause harm to any jiva ever again. Wow. From that day forth, he showed care and affection to all living beings. Even later on in his life, while living in Sri Udarana, Gaudiya Mat in Chanchora, Srila Maharaj showed so much care and affection to squirrels, sparrows, cats, and other animals. In fact, Srila Maharaj would not take afternoon prasad unless all these animals had taken prasadam from his own hands. Such was his compassion for the jivas of this world. So nice. Never tolerating any wrongdoing. Once an astrologer, dressed as a sannyasi, visited his village. That astrologer highly impressed people by being able to speak about a person's past just by glancing at him. So people assumed that his futuristic predictions would also be accurate. He was therefore able to exploit people by convincing them that the bad prediction for their future would be negated if they brought from him rings studded with stones. And the innocent villagers were happy to shed out money for this end, just cheating people. Radhunath Kumar saw all this, and he could not tolerate it. He thought to teach the astrologer a lesson and save the villagers from such a cheater. He went to that astrologer and politely asked him, "O astrologer, how long will you live?" The astrologer replied, "I will live a long life." All the villagers had gathered around to listen to the discussion. Suddenly, Radhanath Kumar reached over and put his hands around the neck of the astrologer, as if to strangle him. "You are about to die now. Did you not foresee this?" Gosh. The astrologer cried for his life and prayed to Radhanath Kumar for forgiveness, promising that he would never perform such deceitful acts again. When the astrologer had been thus exposed as fraudulent, the people became furious and began to shout at him. Radhunath Kumar drove that duplicitous astrologer and so-called sannyasi from the village, and requested the villagers to not be so easily charmed by such persons again. In this way, he did not tolerate the wrongdoing of any so-called religious pretender. He would immediately expose such a person and try to reform him. An expert homeopathic doctor. From an early age, Radhunath Kumar had a keen interest in medicine, especially homeopathy, which is widely practiced in West Bengal. He had studied it under his uncle, who was a homeopathic doctor, and he mastered it. Local people thus consulted him about their health problems. After joining the Mat, Srila Maharaj always took care of the medical needs of the Mat devotees. Even in his advanced age, during the Gauda Mandal and Braj Mandal parikramas, many sick pilgrims would come to him and he would treat them all. He used to say, "In my old age I cannot go out on parikrama, but I will help in every way possible to those who have come from distant places to perform parikrama." He was expert in administrating the relevant medicine and was thus greatly appreciated by his patients. He performed this service throughout his Mat life, business, marriage, and household life. After completing matriculation, Radhunath Kumar started a timber business in Kalna, a prominent town near his village, and became a highly successful timber merchant. Upon seeing his success in business, his parents got him married at a very young age of 18. This was the norm during pre-independence days of India. After marrying, he responsibly maintained his family. An excellent and daring swimmer. While staying in Kalna, he would take bath in the Ganges every day. He was an excellent swimmer and very courageous. There were small crocodiles in the river, but he would swim across from one bank to the other without great exertion or fear. That's so crazy. Birth of a daughter in sadness. His wife gave birth to a beautiful daughter, and Radhanath Kumar showed his affection upon her. But at the age of 7 years, she suddenly passed away. He felt overwhelming sadness and separation from her. Whoa. hearing Harikatha from a powerful messenger of Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Around this time, a powerful messenger of Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, named Narottamananda Brahmachari, came to Kalna to speak Harikatha. Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari was an initiated disciple of Jagaguru Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and also a godbrother of Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Before Srila Prabhupada left this world, he instructed Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari to take shelter of this godbrother, and he stayed with him in Sri Udarana, Gaudiya Math, Chanchora. Later, Srila Narottamananda Brahmachari took sannyas and became Srila Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj. He's the one who first came to Gurudev, right? While Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari was in Kalna, delivering charming Harikatha to the large number of listeners that had gathered, Radhanath Kumar happened to pass by. He heard a few words and was totally captured. He sat down and listened to the whole discourse. What deeply attracted and inspired him was this sloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. This human birth is very rare, because it is only attained after many lifetimes. Although temporary, it can give the highest benefit. After all, sense gratification is available in all species, whereas spiritual perfection is possible only for human beings. Therefore, an intelligent person should immediately, without wasting a single moment, begin to endeavor with one-pointed dedication to achieve the ultimate good fortune before death comes. He further heard in this Harikatha that worldly pleasure is not permanent, and that one day we will have to leave friends and loved ones, or they will be forced to leave us, thereby causing us so much pain. He heard that we enjoy materially with the help of five senses, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, but that this enjoyment leads to many, many more rebirths. In this way, material enjoyment only increases our pain and distress. It never delivers eternal happiness. Only Harikatha can free us from the cycle of birth and death and lead us to eternal happiness. But bhakti can only be realized in this human life, not in any other. Why not, therefore, engage our precious time and energy in the service of Sri Hari? This human life gives us an opportunity to serve Bhagavan. What is the loss in doing so? Material sense enjoyment can be obtained in all other forms of life. This katha made a great impression on Radhanath Kumar's heart, and he experienced unlimited happiness. He talked further with Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari and asked him many questions. He also inquired about the Gaudiya Math. At that time, Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari invited him to Sri Udarana Gaudiya Math, Chanchor, and informed him about a very near and dear associate of Jagaguru, Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, named Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. In this way, Sri Narottamananda Brahmachari introduced Radhanath Kumar to his Guru Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Jai. His strong desire to renounce everything and utilize this human life exclusively in performing Hari Bhakti. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shashtrikai, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. The verdict of all revealed scriptures that even a moment's association with the sadhu, a pure devotee, can award complete spiritual perfection. Gradually, due to associating with pure devotees and hearing the strong message of Jagaguru Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada from his disciples, Radhanath Kumar's mind completely changed. Having understood the purpose of human life, his life took on a whole new meaning, and a strong desire to renounce everything and fully engage in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arose in him. His regret to not have direct darshan of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Maharaj would express on many occasions that after hearing the powerful Harikatha of Jagaguru Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada from Srila Prabhupada's disciples, he felt that his fortune was neither good nor blessed, because as a child he used to cycle past Bug Bazar Mat to visit his uncle during Srila Prabhupada's manifest pastimes, but he never entered the Mat to get direct darshan of him. Heavy. Life in the Mat. In 1942, Radhanath Kumar renounced everything and took shelter of his Gurudev, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. He proceeded to live in Sri Udarana Gaudiya Math, Chanchora, as a vanaprastha, one who has retired from household life. On Akshaya Tritiya day in the year 1943, he was given Diksha by Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and his name became Radhanath Das Adhikari. His firm determination amidst strong opposition from his wife and family members. The family members of Radhanath Das Adhikari, including his wife, became angry. Strong opposition. Including his wife, became angry with his decision and wanted him to return home. They even took help of the police to bring him back. Radhanath Das Adhikari was forcefully brought home by his family many times, but they were not successful in preventing him from returning to the Mat. When they saw his strong determination, they started to lose hope. Radhanath Das Adhikari's parents, wife, and family members would come to the Mat to see him and appeal to him, but he was not sympathetic to their pleas and told them to leave immediately. He would say, "Maya is coming to take me back as her slave." Krishna. One time, his godbrother asked him, "O Prabhu, why do you treat your parents like this?" To this, Radhanath Das Adhikari replied, "If I show them sympathy and affection, then slowly their attachment to me will increase. They will not be able to forget me, and will always insist that I return home. In this way, they will become a hindrance to my bhakti. It is only to cut that attachment that I am acting harshly. If they start to dislike me, they will easily be able to forget me." So sadhu. It doesn't give his age, but 1942, and then I don't know if it says when he was born. 1915. Yeah. His wife also tried many times to bring him back, but he never budged an inch. Once she even threatened to burn herself in front of him by immolating herself in fire. Oh my god. Radhanath Das Adhikari said in a strong voice that he would help her do it by pouring kerosene and lighting the match. So sadhu. Seeing his strong determination to do bhajan, she gradually stopped pestering him to return. Radhanath Das Adhikari never expected Mat devotees to treat his family members with any importance because of their relationship with him. Such was his disposition toward so-called relatives in this material world. Unless one is as spiritually strong as Radhanath Das Adhikari, it is impossible to cut worldly attachment at its root, like he did. Whoa. Sannyas initiation. Before Radhanath Das Adhikari came to the Mat, Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj had already taken shelter of Param Gurudev, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and was serving him day and night. I thought this was compiled by Srila Gurudev, but now I'm seeing that it was by Srila Gurudev's disciples who compiled this, because they just called him Param Gurudev. Yeah. I'm sure it's also from the Harikatha that they had heard from him. Okay. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj had already taken shelter of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj and was serving him day and night. Later in 1946, Sri Gaura Narayan Das Adhikari, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj joined the Mat. Radhanath Das Adhikari taught Sri Gaura Narayan Das Adhikari many things, such as how to sing bhajans, cook, and perform other Mat services. In this way, beginning from the early years of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, the three of them shared a lifelong transcendental relationship. The three pillars of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, and our beloved Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, received sannyas initiation at the same time from Param Gurudev on Gaur Purnim day in the year 1952. Here's a picture of the three of them taking sannyas. I don't know if they're taking sannyas, but at least they're together. Service to Sri Guru with complete humility and dedication. Bhagavatam Sloka. You are easily attainable for those who are exhausted with this mundane world. On the other hand, no one who has become intoxicated by the four privileges of prestigious birth, wealth and luxury, erudition and physical beauty can approach you with true sincerity. Srila Maharaj, the embodiment of humility, had given up all designations to completely serve Sri Guru and Vaishnavas. He never hesitated to do any kind of seva for them. He even used to carry the pot for the toilet chamber on his head in service to his Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. Srila Maharaj always used to say, I have come here to serve Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas and not take service from them. Throughout his life, he hardly accepted service from anybody and did everything himself. He led a very simple life and exemplified simple living, high thinking. He was expert in everything he did, such as electrical work, carpentry, tailoring, serving cows, working with the printing press, cooking, and going on bhiksha. He would perform those services with great dedication and commitment. The seva that was most dear to him was cooking and performing kirtan. He used to cook delicious preparations for the deities, and he performed kirtan with genuine spiritual feeling. His favorite kirtans were from Sharanagati by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, and he would often become immersed in singing Narada Muni Bhajayavina and Sri Radhakrishna Pada Kamale Mana. He never used to take rest during the day, but remained immersed in service. In this way, Srila Maharaj remained fully engaged in the service of Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, refusing the position of Acharya. Srila Maharaj's determination was strong and firm, so his Gurudev would give him responsibility for difficult tasks. His Gurudev trusted him fully. When his Gurudev was leaving this world, Srila Maharaj was the first person he thought of to be the Acharya and to protect the mission. But Srila Maharaj, being the embodiment of Trinadapi Sunicha, being more humble than a blade of grass, humbly bowed before him and submitted his request at his lotus feet to allow him to remain a sevak, a servant of the Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. He never had any interest in becoming an Acharya. He even took a vow to never make a disciple, and he never initiated anybody throughout his life, nor did he have any desire to become Guru. In this way, Srila Maharaj took Bhishma Pratigya, or a formidable vow, similar to the vow taken by Sri Bhishma Pitamaha and the Mahabharat war. Seeing him perfectly content to be nothing but a humble servant of Hari Guru and Vaishnavas, his Gurudev was very pleased. Though Srila Maharaj was qualified to be a Guru and Acharya, by nature he preferred to set the example of embracing service to Guru from a humble position, and thus receiving the mercy of Sri Guru and Gauranga. Although Srila Maharaj never formally initiated any disciple, the fact remains that devotees all over the world accepted him as their Shiksha Guru. It is very difficult to become as humble as Srila Maharaj, even in one's dreams. So beautiful. His services during Navadvip Parikrama. During Sri Dham Navadvip Parikrama, at the time of his Gurudev, Srila Maharaj took great interest to arrange everything nicely. He took care of devotee accommodations by constructing the tents for their stay, and collecting groceries and food grains, so all pilgrims could be offered prasadam. His Gurudev totally entrusted Srila Maharaj with these parikrama responsibilities, and as a result they never caused his Gurudev any trouble. Once a huge flood devastated much of West Bengal. At that time, no one was allowed to export rice, even to nearby states. The devotees had collected rice for Sri Dham Navadvip Parikrama, but they were not allowed to bring it to Sri Dham Navadvip. Srila Maharaj went to Calcutta and personally met the respective minister. He explained everything to him and convinced him of the importance of Navadvip Parikrama. He also told him how this rice will feed the poor and needy people of this state who were affected by the flood for 8 days. The minister became pleased and granted permission. By this service to Parikrama, he greatly pleased his Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Nice. Srila Maharaj's Harikatha. Srila Maharaj used to give powerful Harikatha. He was fully conversant with all Shastra and expert in explaining the meaning of Shastra in depth. In his Harikatha, he would generally focus on exposing Bhogavad, or the enjoying propensity of the jivas, and he boldly preached in many places in Bengal and all over India. Srila Maharaj has written many wonderful articles for Sri Gaudiya Pachaka, in which he employed expert logic based on his deep scriptural understanding to cut misconceptions about the purpose of life and the path of bhakti. On occasion, during Sri Navadvip and Sri Brajamandal Parikramas, Srila Maharaj would become overwhelmed with emotion while glorifying his Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Okay, now coming to sweet relationship with his godbrothers. Throughout their life, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj shared very sweet relationship. Each respected the others, and they considered each other to be their Shiksha Guru. In fact, Srila Maharaj used to offer Sashtang Pranam to his godbrothers. Wow. Especially to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. In particular, the affectionate moods between Srila Maharaj and our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, were extraordinary and not easily understood. Externally, it seemed as though Srila Maharaj disagreed with the conceptions of Srila Gurudev, especially in regard to the greatness of the Braja Gopis. In truth, however, such opposition was in a mood of service, as it stimulated the deeper moods of Srila Gurudev, who would then present the topmost Siddhanta full of sweet nectar. I heard him say that what they're talking about is sometimes when they would speak together on the Astasan, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj would say things against like even Radharani or something like that, some contrary to what Gurudev was saying, and it would fire Gurudev up, and then he would speak all Raskatha. And someone asked Trivikrama Maharaj about it, and he said if you don't poke the honey pot, then you don't get the nectar out. Also, during the annual Navadvip Parikrama at Samudra Gadha, Srila Maharaj and Srila Gurudev delighted the devotees by debating who was a superior Vaishnava, Bhimashain or Samudrasen. Srila Maharaj, by taking the side of Bhimashain, all again exemplified a wondrous service mood, for by his doing so, he inspired Srila Gurudev to express profound philosophical conclusions. Based on their qualities, these three godbrothers were known as the three pillars of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. They were also known as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj was like Brahma, the creator, because as the illustrious Acharya of the Mat, he created the good fortune of his many disciples by giving them initiation. And it's not that he would say anything against Radharani, of course. Srila Gurudev, Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj was like Vishnu, the maintainer, because through his nectarian Harikatha and affectionate dealings, he maintained and trained the devotees in spiritual life. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Maharaj was like Mahesh, or Shivaji, the destroyer, because through his powerful Harikatha, he annihilated the self-destructing misconceptions that reside insidiously in the depths of the heart of bound jivas, so that spiritual life can be fully embraced. Wow. So good. Entering Nitya Lila and taking Samadhi. Having served throughout his whole life and mission of his Guru Maharaj, under the guidance of his godbrothers, Srila Maharaj had set the example of an ideal Guru Sevak. In time, he prepared to leave this world. He used to say, I want to leave this world unseen and unknown. In the year 2002, during the most auspicious month of Kartik, on Tritiya Titi, after the dark moon, 2 days after the Annakut festival, Srila Maharaj entered Nitya Lila, thus immersing his godbrothers and near and dear ones in deep separation from him. He was given Samadhi on the banks of Bhagavati Ganga in Sri Dham, Navadvip, about 500 meters from Sri Sri Keshav Ji Gaudiya Mat. In 2002, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj spoke the following words upon hearing the disappearance of his beloved godbrother. They were published in Rays of the Harmonist, issue 11, Kartik, 2002. And then here's the words from Srila Gurudev on hearing the disappearance. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj was a very qualified Vaishnava. When our Guru Maharaj was in charge of publications, he put Srila Trivikrama Maharaj in charge of organizing all the preaching. His services included sending other preachers to various districts of Bengal. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj would personally go out collecting and preaching, especially in the district of Bardhaman. Through him, Guru Maharaj did a great deal of preaching in Medinapur, Chaubisha, Parangana, and other districts of West Bengal. From when I first joined, Srila Vaman Maharaj showed me great affection, but Param Pujapad, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj, showed me even more familial affection. Our Guru Maharaj placed me in his hands, and we became very close. It was Srila Trivikrama Maharaj who taught me how to perform kirtan, how to preach, and how to collect donations. Sometimes, in a very loving way, he would also rebuke me. In all the years that I spent with Guru Maharaj, I was never rebuked by him. But with so much love and affection, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj used to do so. We had such a close connection that sometimes our discussions became very heated. I would counter his arguments and he would counter mine. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj used to preach all over India, and when he would go with our Guru Maharaj, I would go with him as Guru Maharaj's sevak. I would massage him, cook for him, wash his cloth, and carry a lantern for him, because there was no electricity at that time, and also perform other services. Sometimes I made mistakes, and at those times Srila Trivikrama Maharaj would protect me. For some time, it was a regular procedure that in each village Guru Maharaj would present a slideshow, along with his lecture about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other great personalities. I once forgot to bring the slide projector, and when I realized this, I was in great anxiety that I would disappoint Guru Maharaj. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj asked me what was wrong, and when I told him, he said, "Don't worry, I will handle the matter. I will take care of everything for you." Later on, when our Guru Maharaj was ready to give his lecture and slideshow presentation, he asked Srila Trivikrama Maharaj, "So, everything is ready?" Srila Trivikrama Maharaj replied, "Oh, today is a very cloudy day and it may rain. If you show the slides, the program will take a long time. The rain may come and everyone will leave before you have completed the class." Guru Maharaj asked him, "Then what should I do?" Srila Trivikrama Maharaj replied, "Why not just give the class?" And Guru Maharaj was satisfied to do that. Years later, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj reminded me of this incident and asked me if I remembered it. I said yes, and we tightly embraced each other. Wow. Guru Maharaj entered Nitya Lila in October 1968, but internally he is always looking after us and encouraging us. Externally, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj took the place of my Guru Maharaj in the sense that he encouraged me in all my activities. When I began preaching in the West and writing the translating books, I would write to Param Pujapad, Srila Vaman Maharaj, Srila Trivikrama Maharaj, and others for advice, because they were very qualified preachers. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj would reply to my letters without delay. He would encourage me and inspire me to write more books and to preach all over the world. Sometimes we presented opposing ideas to each other and countered each other's arguments, but he was always so polite and humble. He was a senior Vaishnava in all respects, and he could help the entire world, but he used to write me, "We cannot do the service you are doing for Gurudev, so I especially favor you and praise you. May you preach for a long time. May you write and publish many books." He was a great poet, scholar, and astrologer. He has written an arti for our Guru Maharaj that is sung every evening in Navadvip Dham. In this arti, he expresses his extreme humility. At the end of the arti, he writes, "Oh, I am so unworthy. I do not serve Gurudev like Sajan Sevak and Gaurunarayan, and therefore I behold their services from a distance." He was an Iskinchan Vaishnava. He did not accept any disciples. Now, on behalf of all of you, I am offering my heartfelt Puspanjali at his lotus feet. Where is he now? He will be in Navadvip Dham or in Braja Dham. He was always especially inclined toward Mahaprabhu in Navadvip Dham, and therefore I think that he is there. I pray that he will be very merciful to all of us, and that he will inspire us and give us blessings so that we can try to serve Shri Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, and do bhajan as he did. And there's a little tiny thing. Our beloved Srila Gurudev, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, wanted to build a small, beautiful Samadhi Mandir for his godbrother, but for some reason it did not materialize during Srila Gurudev's manifest pastimes. When Srila Gurudev entered Nitya Lila, devotees faced obstacles in building Srila Gurudev's Samadhi Mandir. An inspiration to complete Srila Trivikrama Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir entered the heart of some of Srila Gurudev's disciples. and they thought that possibly Srila Gurudev wanted Srila Trivikrama Maharaja's Samadhi Mandir to be completed first. Knowing of their deep affectionate relationship, in fact, all obstacles began to clear as soon as the construction of Srila Trivikrama Maharaja's Samadhi Mandir begun. Today marks the inauguration of Srila Trivikrama Maharaja's Samadhi Mandir, which will no doubt bring Srila Gurudev great joy. Here's a picture. All right. So the last thing is, oh, never mind. It's a part 2, short, about his favorite topics of Harikatha and his articles. And then there's an article that he personally, a lecture of his. Just keep going. I've never heard. Have you heard? Yeah. What's interesting there is Gurudev saying that I think that he's with Mahaprabhu. But, yeah, I know. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. It says his favorite shlokas, which this is the one he heard from Srila Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Maharaj. This human life is very rare because it is only attained after many lifetimes. Although temporary, it can give the highest benefit. After all, sense gratification is available in all species, whereas spiritual perfection is possible only for human beings. Therefore, an intelligent person should be immediately, without wasting a single moment, begin to endeavor with one-pointed dedication to achieve the ultimate good fortune before death comes. Be a good sloka to learn in his honor, huh? For all these reasons, an intelligent person rejects detrimental association and associates instead with saintly persons. This is because only saintly personalities, with their powerful and virtuous instructions, can cut his unholy material attachments from the heart. Srimad Bhagavatam 11:9-29. Labdva su dorlabam idam bahu sambhavante. And the last sloka. Perception of spiritual objects, aprakrit vastu, is not within the range of material senses, and contemplating them is beyond the range of the mind. The Vedas and Puranas proclaim this repeatedly. His favorite topics. Srila Trivikrama Maharaj's prominent subjects of discussion in his talks and lectures were as follows. Bhogvad, cutting the enjoying propensity of jivas, giving up bad association, performing pure bhakti devoid of any cheating propensity, sharanagati, surrender, fully utilizing one's life to perform bhakti, and the preciousness of human life. He would discuss the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj from Srimad Bhagavatam, along with the liberation of Ajamil, the glories of Sri Nam, the 11th canto, the 9th canto, the story of Sudam Brahman, the story of Nriga Maharaj, the lifting of Sri Giriraj, showing mercy to the Yagyapatnis, the gopis giving their foot dust to Narada Rishi, and so forth. He would instruct that these topics can be understood only by mercy of Sri Guru and not by mental exertion or by reading a commentary. Articles in Sri Gaudiya Patrika. Srila Maharaj has written wonderful articles for Sri Gaudiya Patrika, clarifying many complex siddhantas. Some of them are as follows. Okay, I'll just read all of his articles. Dubandir Alap, a discussion between two friends. Bhogavad, the propensity to enjoy and not serve. How to attain Vairagya. Mukunda Sevana Vrat, the vow to serve Mukunda one's whole life by mind, body, and words. What did you get as a sannyasi? What is bhajan? The sampradaya of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is highest. What did Mahaprabhu give? And then articles in the rays of the harmonist. Many of his Bengali articles have been translated into English, and his English Harikatha has been transcribed and published in the rays of the Harmonist magazine. What is our duty? Issue 7, 2000. Sri Guru Padashraya, Issue 8. Who is a true Indian? Issue 9. Self-realization in Parabhakti and Sadhu Sangha. Why do we not like to love Krishna? Our aim is to serve Lord Krishna. the glory of exclusive devotion to Krishna. O merciful Srila Prabhupada, who can be a real guru? The speciality of Mahaprabhu's dance at Rath Yatra, Sriman Mahaprabhu's Prema Maya Dharma, Dainya Vakya, praise to Shri Krishna Sankirtan, well-wishers of the fallen. Only divine blessings can bring us the highest plane. Krishna is only hungry for love. That's the article that's in here, the lecture. Ready? Okay, here's Harikatha. A lecture by Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, 18th of October in 1997 in Vrindavan during Kartik. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has said, Samoham sarva bhuteshu nabe dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mahite teshu chapyaham. I am equally disposed to all living beings, and am neither inimical nor partial to anyone. But as those who serve me with bhakti are attached to me, so too am I bound by affection for them. I am impartial to all. He has openly declared this. I am impartial. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, I see equally. But he also says, but those who love me with pure devotion I also love. If you love me sincerely, I shall love you sincerely. If someone in the core of his heart sincerely wants me, then I will also bestow mercy upon him from the core of my heart. Nice. It depends upon us, not upon Lord Krishna. Bhagavan is not at fault in this matter. After examining the student's test sheet, the examiner grades it. The grade he awards is in accordance with how many questions the student answers correctly. Is this partiality? No. If you can give answers like a first-class student, you will be awarded full marks. Such is the case. Whose fault is this? Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, mai te shuchapyaham. I am bound by affection for he who engages in loving devotional service to me. But we simply engage in shouting, why do I not attain Bhagavan? Why are we not attaining him? Is it Bhagavan's fault? Oh, you Vaishnavas are not giving mercy, we claim, and therefore we are not attaining him. How and to whom do the Vaishnavas give their mercy? The Vaishnavas are agents. How and to whom do the agents of Bhagavan distribute their mercy? They will give mercy to everyone according to what they are fit to receive. Whatever is happening to us, whatever we attain, is all due to our own inclinations and is thus exactly what we deserve. In Shastra, everything has been explained. How we can attain him, and what will prevent us from attaining him. Despite having heard these instructions and knowing them well, we still do not become sincere in our attempts to follow them. Why are we knowingly doing wrong? Whose fault is this? Real kirtan. All acharyas instruct us by practicing their instructions in their own lives, but we do not accept their example. If we don't accept it, then what will happen? Whose fault is this? Is this the fault of the acharyas? Likewise, we reject everything that is auspicious for us. We do not want any part of it. Instead, we want inauspiciousness. We want to hear nice music and singing. We want to hear the nice playing of instruments. We accept this as kirtan. Have the acharyas demonstrated such a teaching? Will this behavior of ours be accepted as properly following the examples of the acharyas? This is disobedience. Will those who disobey attain any good? This is indeed a fault. Kirtan is not the same as merely singing and playing instruments. In merely singing and playing instruments, one may be seeking his own sense gratification. It has therefore been prohibited. In real kirtan, there is no question of seeking one's own sense gratification. Through kirtan, we want to please the senses of Bhagavan. How will we do that? We cannot see or understand Bhagavan. What do the senses of Bhagavan need or desire? If we do not know the answer to this, then how will we ever be able to serve to please his senses? Can we gratify his senses simply with sweet melodies? What to speak of humans, even a snake raises his hood when he hears a sweet melody. Even deer silently follow a sweet sound. Such is the attraction of beautiful melody. These melodies have a powerful effect on the mundane senses, so of course we are attracted when we hear them. But this attraction is not bhakti. Musical sounds attract everybody, but mere music is not kirtan. According to the tenets of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it must be rejected. There's a quote from somewhere. I don't know. As the sounds of the divine instruments mix and create the sweetest melodies, I will blissfully sing songs about their forms and qualities. He only accepted kol, mridanga, and kartal for use in kirtan. This is the order of our divine master also. During their time, they did not use other musical instruments, so why shall I? Is God hungry? I heard Gurudev also explained, but Prabhupada and Gurudev accepted. Is God hungry? Whenever one seeks to gratify one's own senses, bhakti is hindered. Hence, nice food and nice clothing have also been prohibited. Bala na kaibe ar bala na paribe. Do not eat delicious food and do not dress opulently. If we do kirtan with harmonium, sitar, violin, or the like, it is so pleasing to us. But who can perform kirtan? Can the instruments like the harmonium or violin do it? Mother Yashoda used to call for Krishna. Did she do it while playing a harmonium or violin? Hey Lala, come. Or did Krishna come running to her because of her melodious voice? What attracted him? Bhakti, her love for him. When the devotee makes various offerings to the Supreme Lord, he who is the best friend of the distressed, if the offerings are filled with love, then the Lord becomes overjoyed. Just as food and drink become the source of immense joy for one who is extremely hungry and thirsty. The Srimad Bhagavatam has given us such instructions. If we make nice sweets and nice food and give them to Krishna, will he eat them? Is he hungry? Should we conclude that Krishna has never seen nice food before? Should we conclude this about Krishna? That he has never eaten nice food before? This is a total misconception. Duryodhana offered Krishna so many opulent preparations. He had the nicest food prepared and presented to Krishna on a golden plate, but Krishna didn't even glance at them. On the other hand, when he visited the house of his dear devotee Vidura, he gladly ate banana peels with utmost satisfaction. He thoroughly enjoyed the offering there. Now, what is devotion? What did Sudam Vripra bring for his friend Krishna? He brought broken flat rice, but when he saw Krishna's vast opulence firsthand, he was too ashamed to show Krishna his meager offering. How can I give this to him, he thought. My friend is such a big king, and he has such opulent arrangements for nice food and enjoyment. My offering is not fit for him. Yet, Krishna forcefully took the broken flat rice away from him. Then he ate it and said to his friend Sudama, "You are going to deprive me of such nice things? This must be remembered always. Premnaiva bhakti hridayam shuka vidrutam shat." The only thing Krishna craves is sincere love in the heart of his devotee. Are we sincere? Do we love Krishna sincerely, or do we love others? My babies, my husband or wife, are they not more dear to me than Krishna? Are they not the most dear to me? They are. Then why should Krishna come to me? But if someone has given up all other connections, Krishna will surely go to him. Krishna is not a shareholder. No partial settlement will please him. I shall love you, I shall love my father, I shall love my mother and my daughter, and I shall love my husband, I shall love everyone. I am equal to all of you. This will not do. This is not pure devotion. It is not bhakti. This is a lower grade of devotion like karma mishra bhakti, jnana mishra bhakti, or yoga mishra bhakti. It is to be rejected. Anyabilasita sunyam jnana karmadya navartam anukuyena krishnanu shilanam bhaktirutama. Perpetual, ardent endeavor meant exclusively for Sri Krishna and performed out of genuine sympathy for him, when neither prone to any selfish, ulterior desires, or eclipsed by impersonal knowledge, fruitive work, or any other occupation, is known as Uttam Bhakti. Adulterated Bhakti to Bhagavan will never suffice in place of Uttama Bhakti. Everything must be given up for Bhagavan's sake. Have you left everything? Who have you left? Have you left your wife? You consider yourself to be very elevated devotees, but have you actually left anything? We want to go along, taking everything with us. That is a lower form of devotion. Some people pray, Dhanam dehi yasho dehi manarama, bharya dehi sarvam kamams chadehi. O Lord, give me wealth, give me fame, give me a beautiful wife, fulfill all my desires. This kind of mentality is sheer foolishness. Only he who has lost all knowledge of his real self will crave mundane things. Give me money, give me a house, give me children, give me wife, give me honor, Give me a husband, give me everything. What will Krishna tell such people? He will say, he performs bhajan of me, but asks for the pleasure of sense objects, verily begs for poison, while forsaking nectar. He is a great fool, he will say. He is the most foolish of men. Why? Such people do not know what my glories are, or what can be achieved by attaining me. They do not know, and so they do not love me. They do not understand what a valuable thing I am, because their intelligence is completely lost. Not everyone knows what Krishna is. They do not realize that he is the highest and most precious thing. A customer searching for something precious should have the proper intelligence, enthusiasm, and inclination to acquire it. What would we do with Bhagavan? There's nothing inferior about Krishna. He is therefore said, when I appear in my human-like form, foolish people with mundane intelligence disrespect me, because they cannot comprehend my nature as the supreme lord of all beings. Through this verse, Krishna warns us, those who are bound by Maya and who have regard for the objects of Maya do not know me. They cannot understand what I am, and therefore they disregard me. They disobey and underestimate me. If Bhagavan were to come in front of us now, what would we say? What would we do with him? A person will follow whatever tendencies he has and beg for something accordingly. Will they love Krishna as Mother Yashoda loves him? Will they give up loving those whom they love now? We are staying in Braj for 1 month for Kartik, but how often do we daydream about returning to our homes? We think, many days have gone by. Soon I will go home and see how my children are and how my father is doing. Where is our consciousness? Is it directed towards Bhagavan? I cannot adulterate the truth, for I am my Gurudev's disciple. The truth must be told. Even if we only speak a little bit, it should be pure. Shuddha Bhakti is what we must achieve. How can we achieve Shuddha Bhakti? How can we attain pure devotion? Impure devotion is not the best thing, for it cannot help us attain Lord Krishna. We must be purely devoted, and our devotion must be of the highest rank, like the Brijabasis, like the gopis and others. What to speak of the gopis? There are many devotees in Vrindavan whom we must aspire to be like. But we are not following any of them. Instead, we are busy trying to enjoy our senses. We should give up that sort of enjoyment. Melodious sound is not kirtan. In fact, it is actually prohibited in the Shastra. Even when it is the name or pastimes of Krishna that are being chanted or explained. If the speaker is not a pure devotee, we should not hear from him. This is the order given in Shastra. One should not hear anything from Krishna from a non-Vaishnav. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent is poisonous. Similarly, talks about Krishna given by a non-Vaishnav are also poisonous. Why is this warning and order found in Shastra? We give so much praise. Oh, this kirtan is so great. Everyone was completely enchanted. But what is kirtan? In the name of kirtan, there was sense enjoyment. Even if we don't like it, we should hear it. If someone praises us or says to us, bravo, or that was so beautiful, then we consider, yes, he is a very good man. But their words are not good for us. One should not hear one's own praise. He who reprimands us is actually our friend. He is the cause of auspiciousness for us. Leave everything for Krishna. What is told in the Shastra? Almost coming. One should continue to engage in his prescribed duties, karma, as long as one has neither developed renunciation nor faith in hearing and reciting topics about me. Karma means endeavoring for one's own sense gratification. If we want sense gratification and therefore get married, what will we attain? Will we attain Bhagavan? Splendid. What a nice arrangement. But if that is the case, why does Shastra instruct us to leave everything for Bhagavan? Sarva dharmam parityajya mamikam sharanam braj aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayishimi ma suchaha. Completely abandoning all bodily and mental dharma, such as duties prescribed according to Varna and Ashram. Fully surrender to me alone. I shall liberate you from all reactions to your sins. Do not grieve. Why has this been told? Krishna tells us, leave everything. Wife, husband, father, mother. Give up your service to all of them and serve me. Everything must be left for me. If one tries to serve me and continues to serve everyone else, it will not work. Yet we want to see all as equal. Splendid, he will say, such devotion. You see me as equal to other men, equal with jivas who are imprisoned in Maya, equal to birds and dogs. Splendid. You are such faithful followers of Dharma. We insist, no, I see everyone equally. All is one. One should view everyone equally. The idea that someone is inferior and someone is superior is not proper. This conception is prominent nowadays. All exist in equality. Where is everything equal? Any two things are not equal. What to speak of everything? All things are separate, with differences between each of them. An intelligent man sees someone for what he really is. We should understand Maya to be Maya. We should not think that by serving Maya we are somehow serving Bhagavan. Through bondage to Maya, one is barred from serving Bhagavan. Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Okay. If Claire came, we were going to do a little Bhagavatam, but I think we'll leave it for later. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. I go to Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. Manchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Humbly begging at Srila Maharaj's lotus feet that we can have Shuddha Bhakti,